What's up, everybody? Justin here, Side Hustle Pro, you professional side hustler. All right, it's another Sunday. I'm going to share with you some stuff that I sold and the money that I made, and hopefully inspire you guys to go out there and get busy and get you some ideas of what to look for. All right, so remember, well, let's go to that in a minute. Let's just do some things that you could look for to sell. Things that I sold right over this weekend. I've picked out 5 things that I sold that I want to share with you. Let's see. Sold a pair of shoes. These actually sold. These sold like on Wednesday or Thursday, but it went like 2 or 3 days. So I put in a what is it called? Like a buyer not paid, or I forget the term that they use. I mean, I know it. It's like on the tip of my tongue type deal. Anyway, it's where you send it into eBay and they say the buyer has been notified. Like you gotta wait 2 or 3 days and you can say they haven't paid, and then it reminds them. Anyway, point being, these things sold like last week, I think like Tuesday or Wednesday, and they just paid for them. So that's why I'm including them. Again, if you're looking for shoes, these are SAS, San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. And once you see a pair of these babies, you're gonna know they look like every time. I mean, they're just sort of plain, sort of shiny. They're all leather. They're like a, I don't want to be offensive, but they're like okay, go to a nursing home or rest home and see how many people are wearing these things, right? So they're like an older people thing. And I think that's just because the older we get, our feet get all jacked up and stuff like that. And these are specifically made for that kind of orthopedic type thing. But anyway, they're really easy to spot once you spot them. I'm not sure what type these are. Like sometimes they'll say free time or something like that. These don't. Just beige straps. Anyway, I sold these for $30.04. I paid $5. I'm estimating shipping is going to cost me about $7. So altogether, I made $14.71 off these. These did sit for maybe, I'd say, between 30 and 60 days before I sold them. And either my phone is real fuzzy on the screen or the recording is real fuzzy for some reason. I don't know. I seem fuzzy though. Like, where's the? I don't even know where the screen is. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I don't know. We just have to roll with it. All right. Next, as some of you will remember, I made a video about how to handle returns, and somebody returned a vest. It was new. They returned it. It smelled like patchouli. It was sort of stinky. Well, unless you like patchouli, but I don't. So the good news is I got the smell out, and the better news is I sold it again. Okay, this is a Daniel Cremix vest. It's new with tags. It is 92% wool, 8% cashmere, and it's even got the tag still on it there. It's new, and I can't see where the crap, but can you see it? It says 150 there. $150 MSRP. I got this for $250 at a like a mom and pop thrift store. Anyway, sold it for $49.34. Paid $250. I am shipping it priority mail because there's such a high profit margin on it. I just want to have the insurance on there that priority mail comes with. So $630 for shipping, but altogether making $35.79. So pretty nice little score on that. And it was returned once and sold it again. So the last guy didn't read the measurements and he said it wasn't right or something. So hopefully this next person has read the measurements and they got the right thing. All right, next I got this Tommy Bahama shirt. Just a regular Tommy Bahama. It's got a line through it, but it's 100% silk. You can see that. I don't know. I should probably take the hanger off. Anyway, 100% silk, 2XL. I don't know why somebody would put a black marker through the Tommy Bahama, but they did. There's nothing special about it. Well, so it's as special as you can get, I guess. It's Relax. It's like the line. It's a Tommy Bahama Relax Hawaiian like camp shirt. I sold it for $21.64. Paid $5 for it. Ships for $4. Made $10.15. And that shirt, and then this next shirt here. These are actually things that I just listed this week, so they sold within a couple of days. So, you know, if you got stuff laying around, get it listed or it won't sell. Every time I'm consistently selling stuff, I'm always selling some stuff that I just post, you know, and then you got the stuff you've had for a while that it sells too, but you want to be consistently putting stuff up online, building up your inventory. This is just a Polo Ralph Lauren XXL classic fit. Again, if you're doing the Polo Ralph Lauren, make sure it's the classic fit or the custom fit. Those tend to do the best. Anyway, I sold this for my sort of, not my bottom line, but what I like to set it at for these standard run-of-the-mill shirts here. But I just get a classic polo or something like that. I sell it for $13.99 plus $6.65 shipping. That's first class, set at a pound rate, and that extra shipping goes to cover, you know, like the poly bags I use and stuff like that. So I include that in the shipping, so it's paying for the actual the cost of the shipping items and stuff. Anyway, when you do it like that, I get $20.64 per shirt. I usually spend about $4.60, so we'll round that up to $5. I'm going to ship it for $4, but really it's going to be $3.60. So I'm going to make about $9.26, but if you add the others, I make about $10. So I figure you spend $5, pay $10, right? So that's sort of the idea behind these quick flip shirts here. A lot of people say not to get polo, not to sell polo or whatever because the market's so flooded. Well, I mean, the market's flooded because people buy it. You know, you got to get the right stuff and have it at the right price, but it'll sell. All right, next, I'll share with you something I sold on Amazon, which I typically don't do, and well, I haven't, I don't think, done yet on these little sales updates. But I went to a book sale. I spent $20, got about 40, I think, profitable books. And so what I started doing was, instead of sending everything into FBA, because that's, all right, so Amazon changed in February or March, they changed their fees for Amazon FBA. So where I used to be able to spend $1 on a book and sell it for $6.99 or $7.99 and make money off of it FBA, you can't do that anymore, right? So what I've started doing is getting those lower books. $6.99 is my lowest, but $6.99 and up, if I can pay like a quarter or 50 cents for them, you know, over $7.99 if I pay $1, that's okay too. And they're under, I like to keep it under 50,000 seller ranking, then I'll sell it manufacturer fulfilled. And I got about 7 or 8 books that I did that for, and I sold 6 overnight and like the next day. So I think I have 1 or 2 left. But this was a good one. This didn't actually come from the book sale. I was actually at a Goodwill. It was the last one. I was getting ready to go home, and I was tired of scanning. You know, I've been looking all day. So I said, oh, I'll just check this book out. It was sort of sticking out. I said, I'll just check this one out. Now, this one doesn't even have an ISBN anywhere in it, and the back looks like this. So you wouldn't be able to scan this like with your scanner or whatever. But you could look it up by name, or the Amazon app actually has a, you could take a picture of it and it'll get back. So this was like I think it was like a 7,000 seller rank. So it was pretty good. I listed it last night. I paid $1.07 for this. All right, so it was $1 plus tax, $1.07. I sold it for $31.87. Okay, it's going to cost me about $3.50 to ship. So altogether, after the Amazon fees, the shipping costs, the expense costs, I'm going to make $22.79 off this book. Right, so that's pretty sweet. I mean, I got it, listed it that night, sold it overnight. I mean, that's a fast $20. And the cool thing about that is Amazon pays you every 2 weeks, right? So it's Sunday, my payment's coming on Tuesday. So if I would have sent this into FBA, yeah, I would have made money, but it wouldn't have got there by Tuesday. I would have had to have waited, and even if it did, and then it sold, say it sold the day that it hit, I still would have had to have waited 2 weeks to get my next the money from it. So I got this up and it sold real fast, and so now the money's coming to me, you know, in a couple of days, which is great. So that's a fast flip, right? So books are still worth doing for sure. All right, and this is called Miracles from the Vault: Anthology of Underground Cures. No idea. I mean, I wouldn't read it. It doesn't sound interesting to me. Avoid the Parabian problem with CSI products. Replenish your body's supply of this natural moisturizer and say goodbye to wrinkles and joint pain. Ancient blood sugar controlling secret. Also drops blood pressure and cholesterol. So evidently it's just a bunch of natural cures for stuff. But I don't know. Goes for quite a bit. So anyway, there's 5 things that I sold, right? That's pretty good. Now, some of these sales were pretty sweet. You know, the vest I made 35 bucks on. The book I made 23 bucks on. You know, and then some $10 and $15 items just on these. And then I also sold 4 more shirts this weekend that I'm not showing you, and a bunch of other books. I think like 6 more or 5 more books that I have to ship up tonight to send out tomorrow. All right, so now let's go over my sales. Right, so now remember, my goal is to spend $500 in inventory and make $1,000 profitable or spendable income by listing 25 items a week. All right, so $500 inventory money, turn it into $1,000 that I can spend. Okay, and I'm going to do that by listing at least 5 items 5 days a week, or 25 items a week. Right, so where am I at on this? Well, this week, I can tell you this week is not an exciting week. All right, I do have a lawn care business also that I run and work full time. So this time of year, especially when I work full time and then have to go catch up mowing and stuff like that on the weekends and in the evenings, my brain sort of switches gears. Okay, so instead of spending time taking pictures and listing, I'm sort of getting the listings in when I can and then focusing on my lawn care stuff. But anyway, let's go over what we did. This is the week of 4/16 to 4/22. eBay, $327. Amazon, $63.46 for a total gross income this week of $390.46. It's pretty lame, right? eBay fees, $113.34. Amazon fees, $41.06. So that's well, the total fees for those are $154.40. Okay, so that's weak sauce, really. I mean, Amazon really, I don't know what happened, but it only made like 20 bucks on Amazon, you know. But that doesn't include that book that I just showed you and those other ones that I sold, because those are considered Sunday sales, which would be for my next week. I did spend a little more on product this week than I did previous week. $145.05 on product. I'm still only at about $250 for the month of my 500, and next week's the last week. I don't foresee myself running out and spending $200 next week. I don't have time, right? So anyway, total expenses $329.45. So the total net for the week is $61.01. I listed 17 items and got 1 box packed up to send to Amazon. So not really discouraging. There's some factors that go into play there. I like the weeks where that total net number is like 300, 400, 200, 500. I don't really like it where it's 61. But it doesn't worry me, because we need to look at the overall month and what my profit is for the month. And also, remember, I've said this before, the product cost is not an actual expense, right? It's an asset, because that is money that's being reinvested to make money in the future. And according to taxes, it's only an expense if you sell that item. So if you don't sell it, it's still an asset. So if we add that in, that 145.05 to the 161, that's 206.06. So that's a little bit better of a number, right? But I'm okay with taking that off, because I'm just looking at money that I could potentially spend. You know, that's my money to keep or whatever. So 6101, you know, not great, but it's okay, because there's a lot of factors that go into that. And I've slowed down on listing, right? I haven't hit my 25 I haven't hit 25 listings for the week, for the whole month of April. I got close. I listed 21 and then 19, and this week 17. So that hurts too. When you don't get the listings up, you don't sell the stuff, right? So, yeah. I mean, it's not that exciting to share, but it is what it is, you know. So what am I going to do different? I am going to take one day this week. Well, yeah. It's what I typically do, take 2 days and take pictures. But I've got some stuff to take pictures of now, right? The stuff I had to take pictures of last week is stuff I really didn't want to take pictures of, because, I don't know, like, it's stuff like suits and jeans and stuff that I really don't like taking pictures of, so it's easy for me to put it off. But this week I got a lot of shirts and stuff like that I just picked up. I did go out sourcing yesterday, so I can get those processed really quick and listed up. So I want to definitely get that 25. I want to definitely get that 25 this week and see what happens. And next, well, I'll have another week of weekly sales updates, and then the next day will be the end of the month, and so then I'll do the monthly updates, see where we're at for the month. In January, I profited 1,900. February was like almost, it was like 800 something, and then March was 1,700. In April, I don't have the papers in front of me. I could get them, but I don't really want to look at them right now. But I'm not sure how I am for the month. But we'll see. Still got another week left, and hopefully we get some sales, right? So that's just sort of how this business is. Some weeks you do really well, some weeks you won't do so well. You know, some months you'll do great, some months you won't do so great. So the key though is consistency, staying consistent, staying listing, right? Sourcing good products, sourcing good items, and that's the name of the game, right? So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you saw some stuff that may help, some maybe items to look for, some ideas. If nothing else, a realistic view of what some weeks are like, you know, with sales for a small part-time reseller. And by part-time, I mean I do this about 15 hours a week, maybe sometimes 20, sometimes 10, right? So I'd say 10 to 20 maybe. I'd average about 15. And I got about 220 items listed on eBay, and I have 250 something in Amazon FBA. So that's what I mean by small time, part-time reseller. That's me, right? So some weeks it's like this. So don't think that you're going to get out and, you know, quit your full-time job and do this full-time. You know, there's a learning curve, and there's a lot to take into consideration there. So, but anyway, I hope something that you saw today helped. Go ahead and hit the like button. The like button means the thumbs up. So go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. And until next week when I post again, keep learning and keep earning.